record my session. So what is an exception? As I said you yesterday itself, I don't know whether I told you, or maybe in different sessions, sorry. So there are two types of errors. So basically one error is called as a compile time error, and other...
Nandini, I am not able to see your screen now.
Okay, let me share it.
Okay.
So there are two types of error. One is compile time error, other one is an exception. So what is compile time error means? You will be writing some set of Java code. Okay, what it will do internally, the compiler will convert it into a machine knowing language. So how it will, so you have a, you just think about the human translator. Okay, a human translator can be translate whatever you are saying in different language, only he can understand. Only when the human understand, he can translate. Like that, when you write a Java code, the compiler should understand what you have written, and then it will translate it into a machine knowing language. Okay, so if it is not able to understand, it will show you some red signs, that is called as a compile error. This is before you execute. When you execute, there will be some error in the console, that is called as a runtime error, which is otherwise called as an exception. So this compile time error, you will be able to clear it when you, because it will be happening before you execute. But runtime error, when you run a program only, you will find the error. So in that case, no, the couple of statement, if you think that might cause a runtime error, it might, then you can use an exception handling method, so that if the error is there, you can have a plan B to execute. It's like this. So now let me show you a cartoon. So a person is running. In between there is a rock. It's a blocker for him. So he will not able to pass this side. What he does it, he is taking a plan B and he is reaching his destination. So similarly, if you think there might be a problem this way, you should be having a plan B to do it. How you can do it? This kind of blocker is nothing but, and handling the situation in coding is called as an exception handling. Okay, how you can do this is, you can use by using try catch block, by using throw keyword. So these are the ways you can handle the exception. What is meant by a try catch block means, inside the try, okay, you can write the statement which you may think it may cause an exception. So it may or may not. Okay, if it is creating an exception, then you have to use catch block, where exception is a class, and whatever the exception it is creating, it will be saved in this E. Okay, if you want to print what exception it's created in this block, you can print it using print stack trace. So this is a method used to print the exception without creating a blocker. And then you can write the following statement here. All right. Or if you wanted to do a plan B here, you can also write the plan B execution also. So I will show you with and without handling the exception, how your system reacts. Okay. Let me open the workspace. Okay. Let me create a class. Just selecting main method. Now Now, let me do something like a number divided by 0. Okay, so a number cannot be divided. So what is meant by division? So it can be divided like, now for example, you have a glass of water, you want to divide by 2. Yes, you can do. If you have a glass of a wine or a plate of food and you want to divide by 3, you can do. You have a plate of food and you want to divide by 0, how you can do? So you cannot divide anything by 0. Divide by 1 also you cannot do. Divide by 2, yeah, 2 halves you can do. Divide by 1, the full thing is for one person. Divide by 3, you can divide it into 3 divisions. No, divide by 0 means what? What is the value to divide? There is no value to divide at all. So, but the compiler will not do any calculation. It will check if there is an error in the code. Now see, for example, I don't have semicolon. Compiler will check the statement to convert. It will find there is no semicolon, means it won't understand whether the statement is end or not. So it is creating an error. See, this is called as compile time error. While it is converting, it will check whether the line of statement is right or not. That you can, now I have fixed it. The execution, so when it process this, then only it will find whether the system can process the request or not. While it is processing, if it is creating an error, then it is called as an exception. Now see, let me run it. See, this is called as an exception. So the exception, it will show it with class name, and this is called as a line number. So fifth line is throwing an exception. Now, if I wanted to do something after this exception line, it will not come to the next line at all. Here, if it is an exception, then the execution will be abruptly stopped. Now see, it will not print hello. It will be abruptly stopped. In order to avoid this, in order to avoid the statement from blocking the execution, we have to use some handling method. As I told you, try catch. What is meant by a try catch? What is the uses? Whatever the statement you are thinking it may cause the exception, that statement you put it in try. If you want to have plan B thing, put it inside the catch. Okay, and then you proceed with other statements. So if there is an exception, it will go to catch and it does some operation and it will continue with the next line. It will not be a blocker. Okay, let's do now. Try the statement. I am assuming it may create an exception. Then catch. If I'm not writing anything, what will happen is here the exception is created. It will come to this block. Nothing is written. It will continue with hello. Now see, it won't print. It won't do anything. Now see, hello is printed. If I wanted to know if there is an exception, if I wanted to print that exception, you can use something called e.printStatTrace. So e is an object. Whichever exception is there, it will catch and hold. If you want to print the holder exception, you can use printStatTrace method. So if there is an exception, then it will print and show you to you, but that does not affect the execution. It's like SYSO. Got it? So this is called as an handling an exception. Any doubt? Okay. So next is using a throw and throws keyword. So basically throws means what is? Now we know how to create a method. Public access modifier, return type. I'm not going to return anything. So void. Send message is my method name. Okay. Now just so as I told you before, the file is a class to notify the path of the file. Okay, obj equal to new file. I'm giving some random path name. Okay, a.png, something I'm giving. So now I wanted to open this file. So opening the file, what I have to use? File input stream. File input stream. FIS equal to new file input stream, and I should use this path to open it. Now see what it is showing. Handle the exception either throws or catch, meaning the system itself saying if there is no file in this location. So because the finding the file will be processed only during the execution time. So if there is no file, then it will create an exception. So it's necessary for you to handle. How do you handle this? You put these two statements into try and catch. Otherwise, you can have throws exception. So you are telling this particular method may throw an exception. So how do you access this method? By creating an object. No, now see, I'm creating an object. Now I'm trying to access this method. So say what it is showing is this particular method is throwing an exception. Okay. So it is necessary. So you are saying this method may throw, you are not handling it. So how you can handle it is using a try and catch only. Handling the exception only way is try and catch, but you can tell this method is throwing an exception. So whichever is calling this method, there you can handle it using try and catch. Like this. So this method, it is calling this method. If it is creating an exception, then this particular, so let me print exception. Like this means it will create an exception and exception will be printed. Exception string will be printed in the console. Okay, this is the work of this throws. What is meant by a throw is you are throwing an exception explicitly. So these are natural exceptions. Okay, if you want to throw it explicitly by yourself, then you can use something called as throw keyword. Now see, public void generate exception. I'm just giving some random method name, and if you want to throw the exception, then you have to use throw new. See, this method explicitly throwing an exception. So you have to handle it, or you have to write throws exception because it is throwing an exception. So necessary to notify the particular method as throwing an exception. So whichever is calling this, see, using this object, whichever person is calling this should be handled either using a throws or try and catch is the only way to handle. If you use throws, what it will do, it will notify to throwing an exception, but in main method is the final step. So here you have to handle it. Otherwise it will be like, it will be in air. You won't know what is the exception and there is no execution of plan B. So it is necessary to handle it using a try catch. So try catch is to handle the exception. Throws is to notify this method is creating an exception. Throw is sending a explicitly an exception. Okay. Next, one more thing is there in exception, that is finally. What is meant by a finally keyword is?
Just a minute, Nandini. Yeah. Then here try catch is different from throw exception, right?
Sorry. Yeah, try catch is to handle the exception. So as I told you in the cartoon, so you are handling this exception and you're creating a plan B. So if you are not handling,
okay. And what's the difference in using the throw exception method?
Throw is you are, see, these are natural exception. Okay. So a person dying naturally and making the person die with poison or something is different. No, similar to that. These are not naturally created exception. So during execution, you're assuming it may create an exception. Okay.
Yeah.
File may be or may not be. Now this code, I'm sending it to you. In your path, in your C column, not necessary, you should be having the file .a.png. When you run, it will create an exception. No. So it may or may not create an exception. But this one, you are throwing an exception explicitly.
Okay.
Okay. That is the difference.
What's the purpose of throwing exception explicitly by us?
Now, this one, we as a tester, we don't throw explicitly, but developer, they will throw it. How is, now we are going to a ATM center, okay? And there you're giving incorrect password, like incorrect PIN number, like 5 times. It is showing you error message. So the error message, so there will be different types of error message, soft error and hard error. Soft error will be like 1 or 2 times it will show you are incorrect. Finally, it will show you your account is locked. That kind of things will be an exception for you, so that it will be like a red mark for you, saying, because they don't know that it's only the coding. So what they will think is someone has taken your card and trying to interfere in your account. Okay, so it may throw an exception. I'm not saying their code is like that, but I'm making you understand. So they will throw an exception and they will red mark your account. That's why we are getting an email after that. If you are not logged in, or if you are not entered the ATM with PIN number, please by this. They will send
Yeah.
you.
So
Lot
to
of
validate
formalities will be there.
the invalid fields, we can use this
Sorry,
throw
I'm not
exception.
able to hear you properly, Aishu.
Can you hear me?
No, it
Hello.
was very feeble.
Hello.
Yeah, now better. Tell me.
My understanding is that we can use this throws exception when validating a form or something. If we enter invalid format, they will be handling by throwing alert like that. No.
Yeah, you can. So it's
Yeah.
only based on the developer point of view. Okay.
Yeah.
So this
Yeah.
is
Got
a
it.
concept I'm telling you. These are the things available. When now you're
Yeah.
saying, no, for my format, I can use for form validation. Yeah, you can use it. If you think that is the
Yeah.
proper way of handling, yeah, you can use it. Okay.
Okay.
Right.
Got it.
Cool. So, yeah. So one more thing in exception, they in Java we have something called as final keyword. What is meant by a final keyword or a finally means? Suppose in catch also it's creating you will be writing plan B. No, if that plan B method is also creating an exception, whatever it is abruptly stopping also finally will run. Okay. So finally is a block which is a mandatory block. Whatever there are, whatever the exception comes, this finally will run for sure. So you can use try finally or try catch finally also. But when you have try, you have to use catch block or finally block. You cannot have only try block. So these are the details in exception. So as a tester, what you will be learning is try catch, because you have to handle the exception. So in methods, you can use throws, and in the final step, no, the master class will be there where you will think the flow will be there. So in the main method is our flow ending, no. So here we are handling. So whichever you are thinking, there is no other steps will be there. There it is necessary to handle it with the try catch block, so that you will know what is the exception and what is the plan B to notify. Yeah, that's all about the exception. So next, we have to set up our machine for Selenium. So after we learn Selenium command, we will learn testing and extend report. Like in between, you will be learning those things, testing and extend report also. Okay. So for Selenium, what are the prerequisites you need to download? I'll just let you know, guys, so that you can download it and keep it, so that tomorrow we can start with Selenium. So you should be downloading Selenium jar. So Selenium jar is available. Let me. So it's sorry, seleniumhq.org. Okay, this is the official site where we have the Selenium jars. So here you can download 3.141.59. Let me ping in our chat. So this is the link where we have to download our jar files. Please download it and keep it in your local folder so that tomorrow we can include it in our workspace, and we will start learning what is Selenium, what are the components of Selenium, and what are the Selenium commands slowly. Okay, cool. Any doubt? Okay. Yeah, I'll share the recordings, and I'm expecting the assignments. So please share the assignments. I'll validate. Whatever the doubts you have, please email me. Arunya, for you, the Java doubts, whatever you have, please email. I know you know already, but if you have any doubts, please email me. Okay, bye. Have a nice day.
Bye.